Right now, we're using a PreSonus StudioLive 32. You can check the video out here if you haven't watched that yet. In this video, I'm going to talk to you about the upgrade route that we are going to do for our church. Check this video out. If you are new to this channel, let me introduce myself. I am Kyle of Church on a Budget PH that aims to help churches become efficient and effective. If you find value in this video, please do me a favor and click that like button below until it turns blue. And of course, lay your hands on the subscribe button so that you won't miss any video that I will be posting soon and very soon. As I said earlier, our mixer sa church is a PreSonus StudioLive 32. Now, our previous mixer was a Soundcraft UI24. Now, the mixer is good naman. Ang problema lang doon is yung channels niya is hindi enough na for our needs sa lahat ng inputs and outputs na kailangan namin. So, it was good for us to upgrade also sa bigger na mixer which is a 32 channel. So, let's go to the upgrade option that I want to do para sa church namin. Ayun, so this is it, the PreSonus StudioLive 32R 32 channel rack mount digital mixer. So, you might be asking, Kyle, mag-upgrade ka sa mixer mo by buying another mixer? What do you mean? Here are things na naisip ko. That's why I considered this mixer right here. Number one is it's a standalone digital mixer. So, in itself, no, digital mixer siya. Technically, if we're gonna buy this, we're gonna have two mixers in our church na. This right here, since it is a rack type mixer, it has its own built-in effects. It has its own routing as well. So, it has everything that a digital mixer does. The thing is, sa church kasi natin, ideally, the mixer or the soundboard should be placed at the very back of your sanctuary. So, you need a way to plug all of your instruments and inputs dun sa stage and connect it dun sa pinakalikod ng sanctuary nyo. So, we have a stage snake na analog sa church, so we can do that. In fact, that is what we are doing right now. So, you might be asking, Kyle, why don't you go sa digital stage snake na lang na route? That's the purpose of this mixer naman. Why should you go and have this digital mixer? It will just cost you more, no? Ito kasi, this digital mixer right here can act as a stage snake, but at the same time, it will also act as our monitor mixer. So that means we can plug all of our inputs here. Nakikita nyo, 24 lang siya, pero actually, nasa likod din siya. Okay, may 32 channels yan, papunta sa likod. And then, we can output all of our in-ear mixes. So this is one of the most important thing na sa mixer na to. In-ear mixes from the outputs of this mixer right here. So that means we can utilize this mixer as a standalone monitoring mixer namin sa church. Okay? Independent from the main mix namin or sa FOH namin na nasa likod. How about the inputs? They will just share the inputs na ipa-plug mo dito. And also the gain netong mga inputs na to, mag-share lang sila. You will have separate na EQ, effects, outputs, levels sa monitoring mix, which is this one, and then the front of house mix, which is yung nasa likod. So this is one thing na gustong-gusto ko if we're going to implement this because since we are using our in-ears here na, sa auxiliary ng rack mount mixer na to, this will allow us to use the buses or the auxiliary of our front of house mix as groups na sa instrument. Thank you, Jesus. So we can do parallel processing, we can group our instruments together, we can have more control and mixing on buses dun sa front of house mix. Now, that is a very good thing for us. Now, here's the thing. How do you connect all of these things together? Okay, input mo lang dito sa rack mixer na to, yung lahat ng inputs mo from the stage. And then, from the back panel, you're gonna send network audio. That's just a Cat5 or Cat6 na cable papunta doon sa front of house mix mo. That means lahat ng inputs mo na nandito sa mixer na to will be sent to your front of house mixer through an Ethernet cable. So how convenient is that, no? As a person who have been using analog stage snake na sobrang laki, ang laki ng cable, ganito ang hassle, using just a single Cat5 or 6 cable will be so beneficial for your system. So, to organize our mixer na setup, the next important thing that you should do is to list down all of your inputs and outputs sa StudioLive 32R, the rack type, and also the front of house na mixer. So, I have list down here the channel ng input, the input that we'll be using here, and the gear that we'll be using also. And also, channel ng output, and then the gear na gagamitin. For both the StudioLive 32R and the StudioLive 3 FOH. So, let's start here sa monitor na mixer. What we have here is a kick out, kick in, snare top, snare bottom, tom 1, 2, 3, hi-hats, overheads, left and right. And then 11 is the bass. So bass DI lang. 12 and 13, that's a stereo setup sa guitar. That's a lead guitar. And then guitar 2 will be 14. And then acoustic guitar. And then 16 and 17 will be keys 1 left and right. And then 18, 19, keys 2 left and right. And then 20 and 21, this is important for me kasi ayoko na maglipat-lipat ng microphone for the MD. So let's just put MD stage left and MD stage right. Just gonna put that there para isa na lang siya. And then 22 will be click. We always use click. 23 and 24, if we're gonna use backing tracks, okay? And then 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, those are all of our vocals. And then 30 is for our host, 31 is for our exhorter, and then 32 is for our preacher or pastor. Okay? Then I have placed something here which is, I think I'm gonna put a band talkback soon. Using an analog mixer. So, lahat ng banda, bibigyan natin sila ng mics para kung rehearsal, di na kami magsisigawan. They can just talk to their mics and then we can communicate. Or maybe, during the service, we can talk to each other through this talkback microphone, which will be just heard through our in-ears. No? Nilipat ko yung media, dun pala yun. Okay, that's it for our stage box/monitor. Now, by the way, how do you control this thing? We will be able to control this thing wirelessly, so we're just gonna plug a router, set it up, and then connect our individual devices there, and then we can control our mixes. Actually, yung Studio Live, meron siyang feature na may limited access lang per device. So you can set that up. For example, yung gitarista, yung makokontrol lang niya sa device niya is his guitar na in-ears. You can control that. For the bassist, yung bass lang na in-ears. Yung drummer, drum lang na in-ears. And so on and so forth. And of course, for other devices na gusto mo mas maraming control, like your monitor engineer, you can give that engineer the liberty to control everything. So, ganun. That's a good thing na binigay ng PreSonus sa atin. So that hindi ma-mess up yung ibang in-ears na hindi naman sa kanila. So, ayun. Now, to the outputs, drum IEM goes to 1, bass IEM, 2, 3 is guitar, 1 IEM, 4 is guitar 2 IEM, keys 1 in-ear, 6 is keys 2 in-ear, 7 is acoustic in-ears, and then 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, that's all of our vocals na in-ear monitors. And then our 13 na output goes to our floor monitors. This is gonna be just a shared na daisy chain lang na floor monitor, so that will be easier for us. And then 14 is for our subs because we always want to run aux-fed subs sa church namin. That's just one thing that we love doing. And then 15 and 16 is our front fills. So this is something na abang lang kasi right now we're transferring to a new space and I'm looking at the possibility of putting a front fill. So abang lang yan dyan. And then our mains, of course, main, left, right. And then for our channel effects, short verb, long verb, vox delay, and then drum verb. That's really just our default sa church namin into how we're gonna use it. If na-notice nyo, change ko kasi na-switch ko pala. Thank God I made this video. So multi-track dito so we can just record our session if ever we're gonna do a live recording or we want to record the service so that we can go back to it. We can do multi-track recording as well. An app that I suggest is PreSonus na Capture. So I did a video on practicing mixing and somebody commented, Pastor, why don't you use Capture na lang? It's much easier. And when I played a bit sa Capture, it was really easier kasi when you load it up and connect it to your computer, it will automatically set up the channels for you, pati pangalan ng channels like etong snare top, snare bottom, lahat. It's very convenient. So we're gonna use Capture here. Let's go to FOH. Let's see this. For FOH, as you can see here, input namin is AVB input from monitoring mixer. Use one Ethernet cable to connect the mixers. The analog setup lang na gagamitin namin dito is our auxiliary 2 left and right, which is our media computer. Because right now, I'm thinking of sa booth namin na plan, our media computer will just be sitting next to our soundboard. Dun sila sa likod ng sanctuary so that they can see all of the visuals and all of that. Yan. That's that for our inputs. For our outputs or aux buses, I think I'm gonna change this to aux bus. Hindi siya output. 1 and 2 is our drum bus. Okay? That's very important. We want to have a control sa drum bus namin. 3 and 4 is drum smash. So this is where you send all of your skin drums, snare, toms, and floor toms, and kick. Lahat ng may skin to this and then compress it so much that it brings more body sa drums nyo. That's a technique that you might want to explore. Parallel compression po ang tawag dun. And then 5 is the bass bus. Guitar is our guitar bus basically. All of our guitars will be sent here. Itong guitar 1, 2, 3, and acoustic. And then our keys bus will be sent here. Our lead Vox bus will be sent here sa 10. Our background vocals na bus, 11 and 12. And then Vox Smash bus. You know, I'm still exploring this. This might change as we progress. But like, this is something na I see na pwede namin gawin to experiment in our buses. And then 15, 16 is broadcast audio. That's that for our buses right here. And then, of course, ang main namin is AVB send to monitoring mixer, meaning lahat ng mix natin, doon natin isi-send sa monitor na mixer. And then that is where we plug our system. So, ayun. And then, of course, effects channel, short verb, long verb, box delay, and then drum verb. And then for digital USB, yun, yung USB sa likod, we're gonna use Waves Rack. Okay, this is something na we wanna really explore so that we can use Waves plugins sa live namin na setup. Right now, actually, we're doing Waves na tune and SSL na plugin for our vocals right now sa mixer namin. If you want that video, comment down below and I'll make a video. It's just a good thing na you can add to your system when you can use auto-tune live. Real-time tune, actually. So the PreSonus ecosystem is really good. So that's why we are exploring this. Yun, that's our feature upgrade. Just a little encouragement lang sa church ninyo. Before you even spend thousands and thousands of pesos, I think the first question that you should ask yourself and your leadership team is, where do we want to go? Ano ba yung goal natin sa church natin? Because if you have a solid plan as a production team, you won't be wasting energy, you won't be wasting money, and you will continually be future-proof. So that is my advice to you. Do something like this with your team. Ilatag nyo lahat ng channels nyo, inputs nyo, and then plan it all out. Think about it so that you will be efficient and effective. Again, if you find value in this content, please click that like button below. And don't forget to lay your hands on that subscribe button so that you won't miss any video that I'll be posting soon. If you need consultation services or setup or workshop, I offer that. Just hit me up. Facebook, it's Church on a Budget PH. I'm here for you. Again, this is Kyle of Church on a Budget PH that aims to help churches become efficient and effective. See you guys in the next video. Peace.